Hi everyone, my name is Sammy, and today I'm going to be talking about the process that I went through in order to create this magazine called Rosie for my creative critical reflection. So, let's start with the genre. I decided on the fashion lifestyle genre just because I really love this kind of magazine, and since the target audience is ages around 19 to late 20s, I really thought that I would be able to relate to my readers. So, my passion creating this magazine would be perfect since I'm on the same mindset as my readers. A lot of my inspiration came from magazines such as Cosmopolitan, Teen Vogue, Elle magazine, magazines along those lines of the realm of this genre. Uh, I wanted to be different than those magazines because I wanted to focus on loving yourself. A lot of those magazines don't talk about that. They tend to show a false reality. While Rosie will always be there for my readers to flip through any page and know their full potential. Since female empowerment has been highly focused on lately, I decided to make sure anyone who's reading this will be able to feel proud of who they are and know that they have a purpose. Also, since the majority of my readers from the fashion lifestyle magazine genre are females, I thought this message would be perfect. So, let's start with my cover. So, we have Rosie in the masthead is in a very bold, sleek, white, stands out font, and it contrasts to her hair, which I love since it's the first thing that the reader will be able to see right when they open the magazine. Well, at least even look at it on the shelf, hopefully. I wanted to talk about the title of my magazine called Rosie just because I really feel like this is a huge part of the message that I'm trying to enhance in my magazine. And since the word Rosie does stem from the word rose, and that has to do with love and the color red, I decided that that would be perfect because this whole theme of my magazine is about loving yourself after all, so why not incorporate that into the title? Also, the word Rosie means pink, which also means unconditional love, which I thought would be perfect since everyone should love themselves unconditionally and know their worth and know who they are and know how amazing of a person they are and how successful they can become. And I want my reader to be reminded of that background every time they even hear the word Rosie or look at the word Rosie because everyone should know the background of that. And everyone should be aware that the word Rosie is about being amazing and loving who you are and just embracing every part of you. And this is exactly what I really wanted my whole theme of my magazine to pinpoint and just embrace and just make sure that all my readers know about this word and how it can be used and just the way behind it. I decided to make this a July issue because I really love the summery, beachy vibe magazine. Also, again, keeping the white look, you can see on the right side of her head, I did Photoshop a little bit to enhance the sky because I wanted to make sure that she pops out, the subject does pop out on the page, but I also wanted to make sure that we're keeping that white, sleek, pure look that the summer issue and all of my issues that if I were to create more would exhibit. Everything I made was through Pages. You can enhance and do the saturation and contrast through here, but I mostly use this since I'm able to choose my own fonts and download them without copyright for personal use from like websites such as defont.com or 1001fonts.com. I'll be referencing this tool a lot as far as the way that I created this magazine and also PicMonkey, which I really love that website and it helped me a lot to create my um, to brighten up all of my photos that I have in my magazine since remember that bright look which I would like on all of my pages. Table of contents. Here we go. So, as you can see, this is one of the first things, table of contents. I use pictures rather than a list for my magazine since a lot of the magazines in my genre do switch back and forth with a list of all of the different articles and a little synopsis of that underneath with just pictures and some words. I decided to just stick with the 5 different pictures because there are 5 different sections in my magazine: beauty, lifestyle, health, and self love. And since I'm really focusing on loving yourself and feeling empowered and loving who you are, I wanted to make each one of these sections specific towards that. So there's little phrases under each, as you can see: feel beautiful under beauty, dress for you under style. Everything is really targeted for the reader rather than just the overall population because we really want to make sure that the reader feels confident in themselves while reading this and never feels like they aren't good enough every single time they flip through a page. It's also much easier to find the section, I think, in my mind, when, in my opinion, when the page number is written on the photo. So you can just skip through that section if that's what you're interested in reading. Again, bright, airy, glowy, summery look. As we have white in the background, photos are really enhanced with saturation, contrast is used, a lot of that. Now to the double page spread, which I love. I worked so hard on this. At first glance, you can see it's very white, crisp, sleek, pure. You're getting that summer vibe. And as you can see on the right side, let's start with that, you have the bird's eye view of the products. Many magazines do utilize this tool because it is great to look at from the eye and it is fun, in my opinion, to just look at all the products and read the quick article in the middle. But I decided that I want to do this a little differently than all the other magazines do, since my underlying theme, again, is loving who you are. And with this being said, the fact that I used the underlying theme of loving who you are and knowing your worth to feel beautiful was really captured with this double page spread. Also, since it's summer, I wanted to make sure my reader knew that they can feel confident without makeup, and these are some products that they can use to just enhance their face, keep it protected from the UV rays, things along those lines. My products, again, will show everyone how beautiful and amazing they are. Specifically for the double page spread, I did use a lot of Photoshop because I did take an overhead shot of all of these products on a table and I laid them out just how I wanted, except after I uploaded it to my computer and I did enhance the brightness to make the white a little bit brighter than it looked before. It still wasn't exactly what I was looking for. So thankfully, I have Photoshop on my friend's computer and was able to use that. So I just put the picture in and I just cut out around every single thing, added a false shadow just to give it that 3D look, which a lot of my fashion magazines do have, and just add a little tag so my reader can look where to buy it. Same with the left side, cut out on her head. Just wanted to give that white look, the white finish that a lot of the magazines in my genre do have, and I wanted to keep that tradition up and running. My products will show everyone how beautiful and amazing they are, and I think this would be very successful since who wouldn't want to hear about how much they are worth? Who wouldn't want to hear compliments about themselves on every single page in a magazine? How as far as distribution goes, I'm gonna start. I thought this were real, which I really hope one day it could be because I really love this. I wanted to start online, maybe even through a social media platform, just you can look through, and as it gets more popular and as it gets more views, maybe we can even switch to print and you'd have to order it. It wouldn't be on shelves, and then later on, hopefully, you can end up in stores like Urban Outfitters or even grocery stores, Target, things like that. Let's see. My Photoshop skills have increased so much, and they have become so much better than they had when I started. Since so much went into this project, so much trial and error, I've learned how to cut things out. I've done so much research throughout my entire thing, which you can see if you go visit my blog, Sammy Gomez One. It's through Blogger. You'll be able to see all of the ups and downs of my project, all of my trial and errors, and it was just overall amazing. This isn't any magazine. This magazine is specifically for my readers to know they're beautiful and how their beauty isn't just on the outside, it's on the inside, and they can do everything it takes to make themselves feel beautiful. Yeah, that's really it. Again, going against a lot of the typical conventions of magazines and making it all about loving who you are. And that's really the message that I'm promoting and that I'm so passionate about. And I think my readers would love it too. So, yeah.